So this is just the recap for live stream 44, and this will be recap. I think we're up to recap 50 now. Yeah, recap 50. These recaps are going by quite quick. So we came into the market. The calendar was a little bit light. There weren't normally on a Monday. There aren't any news, coming up this week and so on. We've got quarterly earnings, so those should add some volatility in the market. Depends on the strength of the instruments and so on, the stocks and so on. So we traded multiple instruments on the 5-minute charts, like we've done our last trading session, and the results have been somewhat positive. And the instruments traded were the NQ, RTY, GC, which is gold, CL, which is oil. We didn't take anything on ZN, but we traded 4. So let's just have a look through them. So first, we came into the market and we saw this move up on NQ. The range for the day wasn't quite high. It was about 125 points. Current daily range at the time was about 125 points high to low. We had a setup. This recap won't be in order. I'm not sure the order I took the trades, but we had a setup here short. Problem was, I didn't like the fact that we had so much range on these two candles. So these two candles, we had 73 points of range. I didn't like that fact. I thought there was a lot of range, considering that it was 125 points on the daily range, considering that we had about near enough 3/4 of the range in two candles. I wasn't a fan. Thought we could potentially turn around and be in a bit of a range coming down through this level of 97 and at 200 period. So I was pretty cautious, so went short, took profits really quickly. So I was short at I was short at 87, got out about 80.25, 87.25, got out about 80.25. The level below was, of course, being at 62, but because of the move there, I thought we could easily turn around, so didn't want to hold. Of course, we had the lows a day as well. 62 was above the lows a day, so I definitely was looking to do that, but because of the candles and the range that was taken up in the first two candles, I didn't want to do that. I then I then took a long entry. Now this is a FOMO entry, and it is it worked in my favor, but it's bad trading. You gotta call it what it is, bad trading. So I went long here. What did it say? I was long at 90. Had a stop down at about that 60 area, so about 30 points worth of stop, and the target was 97. So it's terrible risk reward. It's like a 1-to-3 inversion. He actually hit the target because I thought he was in prices would get towards that 97 based on the strength of the move and the quickness in which we made relative new lows and immediately was brought back up. So I thought price would reverse, but had to suffer through some pullback. Eventually prices did hit my target. Through here, this trade was it's not part of the system. But the reason I took this trade was because our price action was developing. So we had prices consolidating here, especially as can be seen by these wicks. I thought, well, the thing is, we've come up to that 200 period and this level of 297 and the VWAP, and if we can't break down from that confluence of 297, 200 period and the VWAP, if we can't break down from there, if we do see some strength, we're probably going to see that follow through up towards that 38 there. So I went long. Prices head up towards that 37.50, took profit. Prices immediately, I was actually surprised how quickly profits were hit, but profits got hit pretty quickly. I was actually looking at a different chart at the time, and prices came down to about where it was open, so I decided to go long again. I was long at 22.50, decided not to target at 37.50, decided to target 35. Prices came back, hit that level again because we had that level around that 40. Price set up around here at the 40, but I wasn't looking at a chart at the time, so I couldn't take this long for a test of the what was at the time the highs of day. So that pretty much was all the trades there on NQ. RTY, we are looking at, let's see on the RTY, the first trade was a long. Now this long, let me have a look at my other charts here, see what these longs were. This long, yeah, so this long was a pullback into an area, this area here. We saw the buying, so I decided to go long above the highs. So I wasn't looking at, I was looking between different charts. That's the only thing about looking between different charts. We broke the high by about a tick or so and immediately sold. I held the trade and eventually had to close for a loss as prices came down and didn't seem to want to head higher. Probably could have closed a bit earlier, especially after all the selling that came in on the break of the highs, but decided to try and be patient with it and suffered a loss right there. Right then, the very next trade was this, what was it? I was short. Why did I go short there? Why would I have been short? Oh, no, I understand now. So that's the buy, there's a sell for the loss. So I was in at 97, got out at 91. And then this was a true setup. I went short. Now I was concerned about this 200 period, but I really wanted to see prices head down towards that 82. So I went short, prices kept hanging around, and eventually I got out for a break even after realizing that it's probably not the smartest decision. This was primarily based on another trade I took that went into the 200 and came back against me. That was a CL trade, went into the 200, came back against me, and so after that I kind of thought, you know what, let's get out for break even. Got out for break even, and this trade is the one that set up the NQ trade. So because I saw relatively in terms of strength, RTY was stronger than NQ today. There was times where NQ was heading down and RTY was heading up. RTY wasn't selling as much as NQ on the moves to the downside. So I thought, well, we're holding this 200 period. We do seem to be poised to head to the upside here, especially after breaking the lows, strong bullish candle close, came down again and immediately got bought back up, couldn't make new lows. So I thought, well, look at taking a long for a move up towards 89.5. So I went long there, and that's what triggered me to look at the full longs on the NQ, which worked in my favor. So I had to wait a little bit, but eventually the target was hit there around 89.4. As you can see, prices are heading higher now, but as you can see, the relative strength has shifted to NQ because NQ's made new highs on the day, and RTY has yet to retest the highs. And those were the trades on RTY. If we go over to GC, it was a bit of a mixed bag here on gold. So the first trade went long, decided to take profit, close the trade for a small profit right there. Reason I closed the trade, if I go back over to my gold chart, let's see, why was it that I closed the trade? Oh, we closed the trade because we're coming into the open. So I was long, and as we're coming into the open, I was worried about possibly the market turning around at 9:30 a.m. New York. So I decided to get out. Prices went higher. Prices came down into this area that we saw buying, so I decided to go long. And as you can see, prices turned around, so I had to close the position for a loss. You can see the loss is bigger than our gain. We then went short, and this was a true setup. Prices closed strongly bearish, and went short. I was a bit concerned about this candle with the wick, but then after seeing this candle as well, not heading lower, seeing this I think it's called inverted hammer candle here after the trend to the downside, and after seeing this candle also start to head higher, I decided to close the position, which was a good decision because as we can see, prices turned around, rallied through that 45.4, rallied all the way up here to that 200 period moving average. So if I would have been in a very big hole here from 39 all the way up to 48, so it would have been in a very big hole if I'd held the position. So a couple of losers there on GC, which is our gold. On CL, we had a setup here, went short, went into my favor quite a bit. I thought about taking profits at that 200 period, but really wanted to get prices down towards that 86. I wanted to see price come down towards 86. Prices started to pull back strongly from that 200 period. I said if we closed bullish, I would get out, and that's what happened. So I closed bullish, I got out immediately. Prices turned around, would have hit my target. I then went short. Went short there on a true setup. Decided to target the this level here to the downside, one tick above it. Price kept hanging around, one tick away from target. Trailed my stop down, and that was hit. So that was pretty much it. Price obviously hit the target there, came into level, and now we're seeing buying guard of that level. And that was pretty much it for all the instruments on ZN. There weren't any setup. There were setups, but I wasn't at the charts at the time. There was a setup about 9 a.m. New York. There was a setup there for a long on ZN, but it would have been a difficult long considering the selling that took place. We were buying into these swings here, but there was a long to be taken, but I didn't take it. So we'll get our trade statistics up. Let's get the statistics up here. Get our statistics over. So statistics, we've got here, those are our gains, total gains, those are our losses. Profit factor 1.6, which is okay. Drawdown, fairly big drawdown right there. Accuracy 66%, so somehow it was pretty accurate today. Average winner, smaller than average loser, not great. Largest winner, bigger than largest loser, about the same size, but bigger than largest loser, which is positive. Max consecutive wins 4, max consecutive losses 3. So those were the metrics there. And finally, we'll look at our trades. Trades analysis page. There we are, a real roller coaster in cumulative P&L. You can see started out okay, that was a gold trade, grew the account, and from there dug ourselves a hole, built back, came down, and then we're closing out here at our highs on the day, around our 605 level. If we look at our 30 minutes, as we can see right there, we're looking at, what's that, 9 a.m., 9:30, and 10 a.m. New York time. So those were what we're pretty much looking at, and that's pretty much it. So that wraps up the video. Thanks for watching.